Hi there, Cancer. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 10th of August. For much of July and the start of this month, you may have been pretty aware of your financial situation if there have been limitations, or at least perhaps limitations around the things you've really yearned for. So they may not necessarily be essentials. Maybe you've been yearning for the intimacy of a close relationship, or that extra cash to spend on a few luxuries, which does make life that much more acceptable. Now that influence has been caused by Venus's square with Saturn. And by the middle of this week, that finally comes to a close. And that's something to really celebrate. But late last week, Mars, the power planet, thrust its way into the sign of Leo, which is absolutely brilliant for you. And as much as the last 6 weeks may have been a time of limitation, the next 6 weeks can be a time when you actually turn things round and things can improve for you. A greater bountifulness can emerge. But in the early part of this week, not only are Venus and Saturn in conflict, both Neptune and Mercury are in opposition. Now, if you are someone who has a particular appreciation of the arts, photography, of film, of music, your senses can be much more receptive to these through the first half of this week. But if you're discussing anything factual, especially to do with contracts or agreements, travel plans, it could get all a little bit muddly, and someone can seem to be, well, a little bit hard to pin down, and you may not know whether they're really being particularly straightforward and even honest. So do keep your guard up a little bit. But by Wednesday, Jupiter, the planet of growth, moves into a sensational part of your horoscope. It glides into Virgo. If you think about it, Virgo is Earth, and Earth carries water, i.e. your sign, being ruled by water, and of course having the moon as your guide planet. So the next 12 months is going to see Jupiter help you to carry forward your ideas in a much more productive way. If you're wanting to learn new skills, or even go to an evening class just to do something that's much more to do with pleasurable enjoyments, but can see you engaging with other people, I do feel generally a great deal more pleasure can come from the way you connect ideas over that year period. You may even find that you get yourself a new mode of transport, or if you're yet to do so, learn to drive or even learn to fly. It just depends. No one is going to set the rules for you. It's what you want to learn, and you can be very receptive with Jupiter's help. And then on Friday, there's a fantastic new moon, but it's a new moon with a difference because the Sun is very close to Venus, and this can really genuinely lead to some fortune. Although Jupiter is traditionally known as the planet of luck, Venus in the right context can be lucky too, and its conjunction with the Sun can warm up your desires. So the conjunction links back to an angle with Uranus, which is right at the top of your horoscope. And it's possible that a financial offer can come through for you in a professional context, but it may be one that you're not expecting. It can come completely out of the blue. It may require you to be quite flexible, and it's possible that it will be in a different environment from the one you're working in at the present time. But then if you're really lucky and you've been working very hard and you have got a line manager or boss who's appreciative of what you've been doing, or perhaps there is some kind of reward or praise or recognition that's going to come your way. Even if it's a small gift as a gesture, it can be something that pleases you. But the wonderful thing about the Sun's combination with Venus and this new moon is that it can also give a real sense of greater awareness to life's goodnesses, whether that's good food, good wine, or getting up close and personal to someone who's very special in your world. If there isn't someone like this at the start of this week, there could be someone coming into your orbit by the end of this week who can really delight you. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.